Drive. Yeah, I got nothing. Alright, so Drive stars Ryan Gosling, Carey Mulligan, and Bryan Cranston in a movie about this guy who is a stunt driver and mechanic by day and moonlights as a getaway driver for criminals. He meets this woman, played by Carey Mulligan, and they sort of strike up a bit of a relationship. And around this time, her ex-husband gets out of prison. Now, I don't want to go too much into the plot because it might spoil a little bit. However, I really just gotta say that Drive is awesome. It is definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year, and one of the best Gosling movies I think I've ever seen. Alright, so what's good about this movie? Where to start? Everything. Ryan Gosling, fantastic in this movie. This is probably, I'm not gonna say his best performance, but definitely up there with some of his better performances. Carey Mulligan, I can't remember seeing her in very many movies, but she's also fantastic. Bryan Cranston, who's been on a roll lately with Breaking Bad, fantastic. There are a whole bunch of other actors that I would like to just praise right now, but I can't. This is from the same director as Bronson, something like that. And that was a good movie. Great performance by Tom Hardy, and that movie had hints of greatness in the director, but it didn't quite come out. But this is unequivocally great. This movie is very very stylized. It's very 80s. There's got sort of like a retro feel to it with the soundtrack. This movie does a lot of things differently. Like there's a lot of places that you think the movie's gonna go, but then it just doesn't and goes in sort of a different direction. Like when Ryan Gosling is talking with Carey Mulligan's husband, it sort of goes like this. So what? You've been like messing around with my wife? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Now, I will say that there is not much dialogue. Like, there's about a half hour goes by and, like, 10 lines are said. The conversations between Ryan Gosling and Carey Mulligan go something to the effect of this. So, would you like something to drink? Yeah, sure. It, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of awkward, but kind of in a sweet way. I like how there's a lot of silences in this movie. Um, so many movies I see nowadays are just afraid to use silences. George Lucas. Um, sorry, gotta throw in a George Lucas joke. I really can't say much more about this movie without sounding like a dribbling fanboy, but definitely see this movie. But I'm gonna warn you that it is not for everybody. I saw it with a buddy of mine, the guy from my
Cowboys and Aliens
review, and he didn't like it. And I will say that again, movie is not for everybody. There's some really wince-inducing gore, and it can seem a little bit slow to some people, not to me, but you know it can seem slow. I understand. What else can I say? I'm not sure, but definitely see this movie. I'm not entirely sure what I'd rate it, but it's definitely one of the best of the year. I highly recommend you see it if you can. Go.